Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump, lit,
What's up, Rashad?
yeah.
What it do, boy?
We walk
Hey,
around
Rashad.
to your mental psyche and everything like that. Like, I don't know, it's bad stuff. Bad all around. Next, man. Here's a story about Curry.
So around 2015, when Golden State first started making that run, my sons asked me like, Dad, have you ever played against Steph Curry? I'm like, nah, I never have. They're like, have you ever met him? I'm like, no, I never met him. So fast forward a couple years later, I go visit my mom. And if you know me, when I was growing up, I used to keep a Polaroid camera. I used to take so many pictures. And that was going to be my major going into college, photography. I loved it. So I'm going through these photos at my mom's house, and I'm just looking through all these photos. And I look, and I'm looking through this picture, and I'm like, yo, that's Steph Curry right there. And then right here with the white headband is me. So we were teammates. So I tell my son, like, yo, me and Steph Curry was teammates. He's like, nah, Dad, no, you wasn't. So I show him. They're like, how do you forget something like that, Dad? To be honest with you, me right here, this is like probably 05, 06. I was like top 10, top 15 player in the country. And Steph Curry back then, I don't think he was in the top 90 or 100. I don't remember him. This guy right here, Paul Harris with the headband, was 6'4", 215 pounds. Steph Curry right here was around 6'3", 160. This guy right here was being recruited by every school in the country, went to a Power 5 school in Syracuse. This guy right here went to a mid-major. This guy right here ended up being undrafted. This guy right here was drafted top 10. This guy played overseas. This guy right here changed the game globally, unanimous MVP. You know the rest of his career, everything he has accomplished. The moral of the story, what I'm trying to say is, it's not how you start. Some players are going to have head start. They're going to be ahead of you, but you have to run your own race. Steph Curry ran his own race. He wasn't the biggest, he wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the quickest, but he knew what he was great at, and he kept working, kept getting better. Now he's one of the all-time greatest ever. So there's some young kid out there, you may be in 11th grade, 10th grade, you might be on JV, but don't get caught up in like, yo, that guy's an All-American, what he's doing. Run your race. Most importantly, it's about you. Who's going to keep going?
It's 100%. It's 100%. And that's why everything. Oh, SSB is back, huh? 100%. SSB back in the building. But yeah, 100%. What he said, once again, it goes to life. Just like continuing to go, because see, here's my thing. When people, Hollywood, big time you and stuff like that, what you learn is, boy, them tables gonna turn every single time. The tides, the ups and the lows, the highs and the lows, is gonna waver. Times the stock goes up, the stock goes down every single time. And so you treat everybody with respect just because that's what you should do in life, right? But on the same time, bro, it's like you treat people with respect, especially in your field, because you just never know when they're gonna come up above you and be higher than you, and you're gonna be like, oh snap, big bro, I need a job, versus like when you're gonna need them, or they're gonna need you, whatever the case might be, right? So you be safe, you be nice, because you just don't know, dog. You literally just do not know. Dan said, I would love to meet Steph and how he grew up with that winning mentality growing up. I do feel like Steph is hands down one of the best shooters in the NBA. Steph's the greatest shooter of all time and a top 2 point guard. I still have Magic Johnson above him in my all-time point guards, but yeah. As his B said, I've heard oftentimes in sports, the best in elementary aren't the best teenagers, and the best teenagers aren't the best adults in sports. Unless you're LeBron James. Let's go to dang. Hold on. Let's see. Top boys basketball players. ESPN 100. Say what we want to do. 2019. I'll start at 2018. Let's start at 2018. I covered that class. Excuse me. All right. It's loading up right now. Whenever it loads up, I'm going to switch to the page. All right, here we go. RJ Barrett had a pretty solid career. Zion Williamson was the number one pick overall. You know what I'm saying? Prodigy in college. Turned out to be a NBA All Star, and a lot of people call that a disappointment. Cam Reddish bounced around the league, but now he's for the first time in his career, he's outside of the league, looking in, trying to get a roster spot. Bobo bounced around in the league. Romeo Langford bounced around in the league, hasn't really stayed in the league. Nasir Little bounced around in the league. Wait, is Nasir Little still on? If he's still on the Blazers, he's been on the Blazers this whole time. Nasir Little, let me see. Is he still on the Blazers? No, he was on Phoenix last season. So I guess he's bounced around the league, huh? Shout out to the Pro Reference. Yeah, he was on Portland his whole career, and then he played in Phoenix. Oh, he didn't play last season. He didn't get on the team. Dang, Nasir Little not in the league no more. Keldon Johnson, pretty solid player on the Spurs. Quentin Grimes bounced around in the league. Anthony Simons, now he's starting to get bounced around the league. He got traded from his first team, Portland. Jalen Smith, he was on Phoenix for a minute. Is he still on Phoenix? Let's see. Jalen Smith. Let's see if he's still on Phoenix. No, he's on he was Chicago. Dang. What the heck? Oh, he was never on Phoenix. I probably made that up, huh? No, he was on Phoenix as a rookie. Okay, cool. So he was on Phoenix, then Indiana, then Chicago. He played last season, so he's still in the league. He's still holding on. Shout out to Jalen Smith. Lewis King. Is Lewis King still in the league? That he might be in the G League. Nas Reed, y'all know him, Minnesota. One of the more successful guys that we've even read on this list so far at 12. Darius Baisley, outside looking in, G League guy. He played on the Lakers Summer League team. EJ Montgomery. Where is EJ Montgomery now? He was on Kentucky for like 8 years. Shouts out to Marietta, Mob County, everything like that. See, his main pitcher is still like Kentucky. So he was on the Milwaukee Bucks. Dang, he's a player for the Namdim Squawad Academy for Lebanese basketball. Oh, my goodness. Lord have mercy. Moses Brown, my dog, he's bounced around the league. He was on the Lakers Summer League team too. I believe he was on the Lakers one. Darius Garland, you guys know, all-star. He's had the best career so far that we've read on this list, bro. Yeah, Darius Garland, number 16, has had the best career, most consistent career. Shouts out to Zion Williamson, too. Respect to Zion. Trey Jones, he's been a pretty consistent backup, right? Charles Bassey, I don't even know. Bassey, I don't know if this guy. Oh, he went to Aspire Academy. I don't know if he did anything in the league. Let me see. Charles Bassey. Oh, snap. He on the Spurs. Okay. Hey, shout out, Charles. I'm sorry. I was unfamiliar with your game, Charles. I apologize. Oh, dang. He had that NBA logo behind him. My boy, free agent. Hey, he played last season, though. My boy played last season. Hey, okay. He holding on in the league. But SSB point stands overall. Ashton Hagans. Is he still in college? Is Ashton Hagans still in college? Let me see. Oh, no. Ni hao. No. Emmett Williams, don't even know who that is. Jalen Horde, don't even know who that is. Kobe White, now he's had a good career. Devin Dotson, I remember him in high school, but I don't know what he's doing now. Manuel Quickly, pretty solid career. Javon Quinterly, he retired. Literally retired. Andrew Nimhard, guy had a pretty good year this year. Reggie Perry, where Reggie Perry at? Is he still on Brooklyn? Oh, Reggie, please use my dog. Where Reggie Perry now? He's American professional basketball player for the Greensboro Swarm of the G League. At least he in America, huh? Tyler Hero. Dang, Tyler Hero. See, but this what SSB was saying. We seeing some of the better players in 30, 25, 12. Sharif O'Neal, he's not playing basketball anymore. He had open heart surgery. Ayo, he had a little run with the Bulls. He still might be on the Bulls too. Brandon Williams, Kevin Porter. He was doing well until he put his hands on a woman. Hate to see it. Aaron Wiggins. Uh, that name sounds familiar. Name sounds familiar. Let me see. Aaron Wiggins. Name sounds familiar, bro. Oh, OKC. That's why. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. OKC. Yeah. Kyra Lewis. Is Kyra Lewis still in the league? He was on the Pels. Shout out to Kyra Lewis Jr. Friend. He was on Utah and Toronto last season. Oh yeah, because he got that great patch. Yeah, he's still holding on, but he's been bouncing around. See, now we get into the 40s. How many of these jokers even made it to the NBA? Top 50 player, bro. Yeah. He said Garland, Nimhart, and Kobe White prove our point 100%. 100%. I ain't gonna lie to you. What is the average lifespan of the NBA player? I think it's like 3 seasons. Average NBA career length. It's 3 seasons, 4.5 to 5 years. That's longer than what it used to be. I thought it was like 2.5 years, 3 years. So it's 4.5, 5 years now, according to this AI thing. Let me see. Yeah, NBA.com, 2010, 4.5 years. Yeah. Dang. But yeah, these dudes not even in the league. Imagine you being top 50. If you top 50 coming out of high school in the country, you probably think you going to the NBA, bro. Oh, you say NFL is 3 years? Okay, that's where I got the 3 from. Yeah, if you top 50 coming out of high school in the country, you like, oh, I'm going to the NBA. Ain't none of these boys made it to the NBA. He probably an accountant. He probably a high school coach. He probably a PE teacher. He probably playing overseas. Francis Okoro. Daniel. He plays in the league. Ultru, I think so. I think he plays in the league. Daniel Ultru. I spelled his name wrong. Oh, he don't play in the league no more? Dang. He playing a Euro League for Hapoel Tel Aviv. Dang. Brandon Johns, Jaden Ledee, Marcus Bingham, Derek Culver, Taylor Horton Tucker. He the first NBA player I heard in about 20 players. Jerome Hunter, Aaron Nesmith. Dang, Aaron Nesmith, bro, was 69th. Keontae Johnson was 70th. Dang. AJ Green, Miles Norris. I think Miles Norris played in the league, didn't he? Jordan McCabe, I know he coaching now. He was mad popular in high school. I looked him up the other day, ironically, like on some random stuff. Miles Norris. Yeah, Miles Norris. Yeah, he plays for the Hawks. Or he played for the Hawks. He got traded. He was in the Porzingis trade, I think. Or he just signed with the Celtics. Who else? Dang, that's it, bro. Dang, that's crazy. Jared Butler. Jared Butler still in the league? Jared Butler. This Jared Butler from that went to Baylor, right? Dang, he was 88 coming out of high school? Yeah, Jared Butler's still in the league. He a solid NBA player. He is a solid basketball player. He was coming out of Baylor. I remember his tape coming out of Baylor before that draft. I reacted to that and stuff. But geez Louise, I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Shy, KP on the Hawks is gonna be weird to you, isn't it? Nah, it won't be weird. I'm used to trades and stuff. And KP Porzingis, he been on so many dang teams, bro. He been on dang Dallas, Boston. Like, I'm used to seeing him on different teams. He said in 2-3 years the list would get even smaller, 100%. That's crazy, bro. Because it's like Buddy said, he said I was top 10, top 15 in the country. He won't even top 200. He turned out to be changed the game, and he peaked when he peaked. Run your own race. The tortoise and the hare, bro. Dang, that's sad. That's crazy though. Literally, RJ, the number 1 player in the country, is a role player. He's a role player, the number 1 player in the country. The number 2 player, who is a generational talent and people tanked hard for him, and the whole city celebrated when they got Zion, boy. He turned out to be a 2-time All-Star on a lottery team, so. But Zion is like that. I ain't gonna lie. Zion different, bro. Zion is something I never seen before on the basketball court. I'll forever say that. I ain't gonna lie to you. KP spent the year, his career in New York. Yeah. How's Trey gonna feel when he plays with KP? It's gonna be a lot of pick and pop. You know what I'm saying? KP, he plays along the perimeter, and Trey, he likes to go with screens. You know what I'm saying? As a top. At the beginning of his career, he did it a lot with Alex Len and Dwayne Dedmon. Now he'll just be doing the same thing with Kristaps Porzingis. So that's what they'll be doing a lot. I like to see Porzingis play a little more at the rim, be a little more physical. But as you see, like, he's had an issue with injuries, so there's that. To be fair, scouts aren't always going to the lower income neighborhoods to find talent. Sometimes these guys just need eyeballs and a chance to get scouted. Yeah, but I don't think Dell Curry's son. I don't think Dell Curry's son needed that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Dell Curry's son, man. Let's get to the hood, man. You know what I'm saying? To watch this Steph Curry kid. I don't think that was the issue with Dell Curry's son, bro. Or Trey Young's son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Rayford Young's son. Like, he was Rayford's young son. You know what I mean? If KP can stay healthy, he can be a good fit for the Hawks. Yeah, Jalen Johnson and Kristaps Porzingis will be healthy, but that's the thing. Like, I never put my stock into people being healthy who've never been healthy. It's like with the New Orleans with the Pelicans, right? They're like, dang, if Zion could get 70 plus games, bro. Zion played 70 plus games once in his career, and it was a career year. The Pelicans won a lot of games. It was great for them. It's great for the franchise. It's great for Zion. That's just never happened. You just can't expect that to happen. Could it be that the NBA game was played different back then and people didn't value threes? I don't know, because it's like Steph, if Steph was as good as he is now, right, in high school, and he had the shine of this is Dell Curry's son playing high school basketball, bro. I think regardless of the style, you will cut through, right? So it's like if a kid, I think Drew Timmy might not be the best example of this, but I'll say Drew Timmy just because he's a kid that I know with a great post game that's young, right? When Drew Timmy was in high school on the post, ba ba ba, da 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 da, you know what I'm saying, working the post and everything like that, with the headband, looking like an old man in high school, and he did the same thing in Gonzaga, and now he's shining with Brooklyn whenever they call him up from the G League. It's like I feel even if your game is outdated and it doesn't look like the modern NBA game of whatever is popular in the NBA, if your game is good enough, bro, you're gonna get a look. What was Seth then? Seth didn't have no Seth didn't have no he didn't have too much hype. Seth didn't even have hype until he balled out at Liberty his freshman year, and that's when Steph already had his thing. If you saying his high school ranking, but at Liberty, bro, hold on, let me see. Steph Curry high school ranking. Let me see. He was 87 overall. He was 43rd as a position, not ranked in the state, not ranked regionally, and he signed with Liberty. Let me see. If 24/7 had him as a prospect. I don't think 24/7 had. They did. Oh, here it is. Dang, he won't rank, bro. He was a 3-star. He won't even rank. Let me see if they got Steph's. Oh, we getting into the old school high school ranking. Let me see. 24/7 as a prospect. 3-star. Oh, he was top 200. He was 147, bro. Dang, he was 147. Hold on, let me camera froze up. Give me a second. Yeah, he was 147, bro. Steph Curry, the number 8th prospect in the state. So he at least he was top 10 in North Carolina. I feel like if you're top 10 in your state coming out of high school, you feel like you have a chance to make the NBA. I'm just saying, it's like I remember how we looked at kids when we were in school. if they were like popping in high school, whatever, and stuff like that, I was like, okay, they have a chance to be something. Like Alvin Kamara was like the biggest thing in Georgia, my class. We're the same class and everything like that. Went to Georgia. I remember seeing him around and stuff. He used to be with Diamond the Shields, and they would just be like, Diamond the Shields was really fine. Diamond the Shields made it. She made a good WNBA career out of herself. And Alvin Kamara, you guys know, he one of the better players of his era in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Steph's still looking for a job. Scouts have valued athleticism much more back in those days. If you're top 10 in North Carolina, you're probably good enough to be top 1 in many states. 100%. I agree with both of those. But I'm saying, like, if you top 10 in the state, bro, you probably think you have a chance to make the NBA or the professionals. Like, because all it takes, you just kind of have to be within striking distance. You get into college, you ball out in college, it is what it is. Who is one player? I'm trying to think of one player that I remember from high school. Dansby Swanson. Dansby Swanson. I went to high school with Dansby Swanson, all-star shortstop for the Chicago Cubs. World Series winning shortstop with the Atlanta Braves 2021. National champion in Vanderbilt in college. Coming out of high school, Dansby Swanson was taken like in the 32nd round of the MLB draft by the Colorado Rockies. He decided to stay in school and go to Vanderbilt all 4 years. I remember at our high school as well, my freshman year, we had a senior. His name was Chavez Clark. He went in the first round straight out of high school. He was a Georgia Tech commit, but he knew he wasn't going to college. He went straight to the league, but he never made it. He never made it out the minor leagues. And he was the first round pick. He was the guy that we thought was going to be the guy. Dansby Swanson, by the way, was just a multi-sport athlete who was taken late in the MLB draft, and he turns out to be the successful baseball player. And I went to high school with Dansby, and Dansby ends up being the successful baseball player, and a guy that we thought was going to be the successful baseball player, he ended up not even making out the minor leagues. So yeah, the guy from Baltimore, Carr. You're talking about Carr, the in and out guy, everything like that. Let me see what his name is. Carr, Baltimore. Akil Carr. That's what you're talking about. But dog, my speaking of in Atlanta, in Georgia, we had in my county Ryan Harrell. Did I get a chance to meet Dansby? Yeah. Like I went to school with him. Yeah, it's like a thing of like seeing someone in the hallway saying what's up to him and stuff like that. I remember the last time I saw him when he was kind of like relatively attainable or whatever, before he was like just an all-out celebrity, was after his like freshman year or something like that at Vanderbilt. I seen him at Waffle House. He was with his friends. We were our friends, and then one of my friends went over and was like talking to him and stuff. And of course, when we walked in, we all dapped him up and stuff. That was the last time I seen him before he was famous. And then the next time I seen him, he was on the Braves. So shouts out my boy Dansby. Yeah, friend of the channel as well. Hold on, see? Right here, I interviewed him when he was with the Braves in the clubhouse and stuff. And I was asking him like Marietta specific questions, and we did a whole story. It's a whole thing. But yeah. Going back, Ryan Harrell had one of the best high schools tapes in high school, bro. Like he was cold. Ryan Harrell was him. And he was a Georgia legend, everything like that. He's still my favorite point guard ever. Like I tell him that now. Like, and he don't rock with me on that type of time. And I be wanting to interview him so bad. He said, "Yeah, bro, let's set it up. Let's do it." But every time he come to that interview, we could have a full conversation. He'll be cool, responding to everything. I said, "Bro, let's get this on tape." No, he go ghost. He not trying to talk. He not trying to do interviews. I love to interview Ryan Harrell, bro. That's still like on my bucket list. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Ryan Harrell is him, dog. He went to NC State. The coach that he went for NC State, he ends up leaving before he got there. So he ends up transferring to Kentucky. He transfers to Kentucky, and that was the year Kentucky like went to NIT and they lost in the first round of the NIT. People were like, "Oh, this Ryan Harrell kid's a failure," because you got to think like the act that he followed as a Calipari point guard John Calipari point guard was Derrick Rose, John Wall, and then like even guys like Eric Bledsoe, right? Who weren't necessarily like the point guards or whatever that run the league, but still an NBA point guard and stuff like that. Eric Bledsoe, and then Archie Goodwin. Archie Goodwin came in with Ryan Harrell, and then and Jeff Teague's brother, Marquise Teague. So yeah, those were the guys and stuff like that. And it was kind of like the Archie Goodwin, Ryan Harrell, Jeff Teague's brother kind of saved that group of being the only guy to make it to the league and keep that John Calipari point guard thing legacy going on and stuff like that, and to Shea and all those guys later on. So he's at Kentucky, all that stuff, and then he transferred after that to Georgia State, back home to be with his father. His father had some like health issues and stuff like that, and that's when I came back to Georgia State. And when I came back to Atlanta to go to Georgia State, it was like a dream for me, bro, because those guys, it was a lot of guys. Kevin Ware, he was like famous from Louisville and stuff at the time. He just transferred there, and then they got Jeremy Hollowell as well, a transfer from Indiana University. And of course, I already knew R.J. Hunter, Ron Hunter's son. So I was like, it's one of the best mid-major basketball teams in the country. And as a basketball person, I was like, oh my goodness, like I get to see Kevin. Like I seen Kevin Ware on campus, bro. Like the second week, I was like, oh, that's Kevin Ware. I said, what's up, bro? He said, what's up? But anyway, like I end up having like beef with Kevin Ware, man. It's a whole thing. But then I seen Kevin afterwards, after school. He seen me. What's up, bro? Dap me up, everything like that. We did an interview. Kevin Ware, mad cool with me, everything. He said he left all that in college, bro. Shouts out to Kevin Ware. Shouts out to Ryan Harrell. Shouts out to R.J. Hunter. Love that team at Georgia State. And that team, as you guys know, they end up making history in a dang tournament. Hold on. They end up making history in the tournament when Ron Hunter fell off his chair. And that's what it all led up to. And I'm at school at the same time. Shouts out to Ryan, RJ Hunter. Man, just amazing time. And I was blessed to be a part of it. Georgia State basketball has never been exciting again. And yeah. Kevin Ware, you wonder what he's doing these days? He was hooping in London, in England, and then he was hooping in Canada, and then he was hooping in Mexico. The last time I talked to him was about 2-3 years ago. He said he was really trying to get to play in America because, you know, he had a kid and he wanted his kid to like go to school in America. His kid wanted to go to school in America. And yeah, Kevin Ware was everybody's favorite player at one point, 100%. Like we had the Ware jerseys, everybody throwing up the fives when Louisville won the championship, everything like that. That was against Michigan, if y'all remember Trey Burke. And that game was in Atlanta at the Georgia Dome. Yeah, man. So I was at that game. I'm all the way up top with my stepdad. And that was fire to go to like a championship game and stuff like that. But we've had some times, bro. I had some times, man. Shouts out to Georgia State basketball, dude. I did not expect to go down that rabbit hole. But this all started with us saying like rankings don't mean much, bro, in the long run. But as a kid, when you're 17, 18, 16, they mean everything to you. Like, I'm only 2 stars. I'm only 3 stars. Let's look at the alumni for 3 stars now. Just saying. Beautiful story. Thank you to the coach or this man for giving us the story and stuff like that. Do they have his did they link to his page? Did they link to his page? No, he don't have nothing. He's so humble to tell a story and recognize his greatness. Oh, Willie Kemp, that's his name? Willie Kemp. Let me look up Willie Kemp. This Willie Kemp right here. He went to Sarah. That's him? Yeah, that does look like the dude. Now, he didn't go to no Syracuse, though. I don't know why he said he went to Syracuse. He probably said they got an offer from Syracuse. He ended up going to Memphis. Shouts out to Willie Kemp, bro. Let me see his son. Oh, he ain't got his son up here. Down on the Google images, probably on Facebook. Anyways, Thank you, Willie Kemp, for telling us his story, bro.
So around 2015,
This ain't no dang Willie Kemp. What they talking about? Some Willie Kemp. What's his name?
And Steph Curry back then, I don't think he was in the top 90 or 100. I don't remember him. This guy right here, Paul Harris, with the
his name Paul Harris, bro. What they talking about? Willie Kemp. That man name is Paul Harris, and he probably went to Syracuse. Yeah, that Joker. Yeah, that's definitely him. I don't know why the heck I let him tell me that it was somebody else. Here he is with Syracuse. Yeah, he went to Syracuse. Let me see. Paul Harris, Steph Curry. Dang, man, that's crazy, bro. I wonder if Steph gonna say anything to him. If I was Steph, I would post it or something. I'd be like, much love to Paul, this and that. Dang, that's crazy though. All right, anyways, let's move on to the next scene, bro. Let's move on to the next scene. Missouri.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.